Welcome to Dan the Cleaning Man channel, where we help you build and grow a successful
Well, hello,
commercial cleaning
everyone.
business.
Welcome back to Dan the Cleaning Man channel. I have a repeat interview with Myra. She initially started the first week moving into operations, executive operations, and giving her insight of how the first week went. And we promised and committed that we would come back after the 90 days is up and get her feedback on things she learned on the way, what surprised her, a lot in regards to what kind of benefited her on her way within that 90 days. So excited to have you back, Myra.
Thank you.
You want to reintroduce yourself a little bit, and we'll get it started.
All right. Well, I'm Myra, and I'm glad to be back and let y'all know how my journey's been so far. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And from my perspective, you've been doing a fantastic job, awesome job, and I just wanted to
Thank you.
share that with you.
Thank
So
you.
we'll go ahead and dive into the first question. What were the top priorities in the first 90 days as an operational manager
I think
that you
the
noticed?
top priorities were just getting to know everybody, just all the property managers, the buildings that I was taking care of, just getting to know them, getting to, get to know the crew, get to know the ICs, just really get to know everybody. That's like the first thing I was mostly working on.
Working
My
and focusing on. Yeah, and that totally makes sense. Anything stood out in that first 90 days as you're getting to know people, or?
Yeah, you just do a lot of talking. You do a lot of talking, but that's how you get to know your clients and everything by talking and get to know them a little bit on the personal side, but also, in work because it helps out and they feel a lot comfortable. It makes me feel a lot comfortable. It makes the relationship work a lot better. And that way, if anything, everything just adds up to it.
Okay, so what was the biggest challenge you faced in the first 90 days? And how did you
I,
tackle that?
I think the most challenging, I think what I struggle with is when I probably had like an issue or like something that just kept happening. And I think the challenging was that I wasn't there anymore to actually take care of the whole like cleaning part, since that's what I was used to. I was used to getting the complaint. Okay, my manager or whoever was in charge will call me and okay, here I go. So, I'll grab my team and, take care of it. Now I lean on more of letting my supervisor know, hey, y'all need to take care of this. Please take care of this. And it's just, that was the difference. I was used to getting my hands dirty and now I'm on the other side. Now I, do more of a do this, do that, take care of
A-
this instead of getting my
Absolutely.
hands dirty. So yeah,
So,
that's definitely a challenge.
and that was a big adjustment, I'm sure, for you, because
Yeah.
obviously, like you said, you had to do it hands on. Now you're having to work through others and hoping and praying that they get the
Yes.
job done to expectations.
Yeah. So that was my biggest challenge. Biggest
Well,
challenge
good
for sure.
deal. How did you do assessment on the team and the processes during the first 90 days? How do you evaluate that?
Just, I think just by listening and just, getting to know everything. And I think this just one of the biggest things I had to do, just listen. And that way I'll know what's going on, how can I fix this, just by also listening to my teammates and their situations in case I was in that situation as well. So just taking notes, listening, and if, you can be part of one of their projects just so you can get a feel of it for whenever it's, you know, maybe it happens to you or you're in that same situation. It's just, yeah, just a lot of listening, a lot of taking notes and
Yeah, and I think you handle that great, because we kind of all talk about the greatest leaders out there. They actively listen,
Hmm.
and then provide feedback when it's needed or
Yeah.
necessary. And I think you've handled it great because you just kind of sit back, actively listen to, one, your customers, your clients, two, your team, and then you'll reevaluate how you can support them and help them, move the ball down the road there. So,
Mhm.
certainly, you've done a great job in regards to that. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
can you share a surprising insight you discovered about the team during your first 90 days?
The group that I've been working with has been amazing. So it's a lot of teamwork and just a lot of communication. So that helps a lot.
Yeah, that two-way communication piece of it,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay. And then what steps did you take to build that trust with the team in the first 90 days?
Just being very, listening to them, but also like tagging on a lot. So I think it helped out a lot of the ride alongs. And then not only that, like if I had questions, I'll ask them and then just, talking to them. And I mean, I'm, I'm working with a great group. So luckily I've been very happy working with everybody and everybody's so nice and just, you know, very helping.
And so,
But
yeah, obviously you're blessed to have that team,
yes,
our teams that you're working with. But
yes, yes,
but you are making a transition. You're moving some teams out and putting some new teams in. What
yes.
is that looking like for you?
It's looking good. I mean, we always, do changes just for the better. And, we want to just keep getting better and better. And sometimes you have to do changes, but as long as there's communication and it's for a good deed, isn't it? You know,
All right. So, what step? And well, let me back up. Did you implement any immediate changes during the first 90 days?
no, not so many big changes. So far everything's been good.
Well, you got that one you're fixing to change though.
Yes, well, yes, I'm fixing the change. Yes, yeah, that is a pretty big change. Is one of my big clients. We're hoping for the better, and it's just we always do changes just to do, make things better. We're always looking for how we can better things, and especially if we need the communication.
Absolutely. So, and and the reason why you're making the changes because there's a little bit of complacency, a little bit of, um, they're not kind of following through with some service requests,
Yes,
and so unfortunately you got to make them adjustments as you go
yeah,
along
yeah.
to make sure the client is satisfied, right?
Yes, correct. We always want to keep our clients satisfied. And no matter what, we have to, sometimes do changes, even if it has to be by changing up, the team or the team leader or anything. We have to do those changes. And I mean, I haven't, it's been a more like, should I do it? Should I not do it? But it's something good. I'm positive about it. I'm 100%, not scared of doing the change. I think with the communication I've been having and everything, I feel very, very happy and excited.
Yeah, I mean the biggest challenge because you're changing out a big multi-tenant. There's several moving parts in regards to that, and as we kind of discussed, is like if they're going to make a change, maybe some team members will adjust slowly,
Yes.
not to kind of completely wipe them out,
Yeah.
because that could create a little bit more headache for you from a client standpoint that the new cleaners don't know about this particular area or
Yeah.
they didn't
Yeah.
do this last night. And that could be a huge headache for you.
Yes. Just thinking about that. Yes, that is true. So definitely working on just, bringing in just a new team leader to change things up a little, but not extremely, but to the point where they all work as a group and maybe a little more training is what we're looking for. Yes.
Yeah, and then I think that's what we both kind of identified when we're down there. So yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. What tools or methods did you rely on most in your 90 days?
Relied a lot in the videos that you made. I definitely looked back on them quite a few times. And just the training, it just made it a lot more easier. And watching those videos, if in case I was out there and I was like, oh, I forgot something, or I didn't at that moment when I was watching those videos, I wasn't doing that. And then later on days or the weeks, I came to, how do I do this again? Or I'll just go back and look at the videos, and but I just had to remember, or just driving. Sometimes the drive down to one of the buildings, it was pretty long. So just listening, and, and also just, asking questions.
Yes, yes.
Like, okay, you have a question.
And I promise I want to disclose this. I did not pay Myra to say that.
No,
She
no,
is
no,
openly saying it.
no, no,
So
no. I
yeah,
really
we
thought they were very helpful, and I think everybody would, if you actually, watch them, everybody will find them very helpful.
and I was kind of curious, Myra, and because you were, obviously we've got some there's a training period that we go step by step on, a little
Mhm.
checklist, uh, just to make sure we're hitting on all points, make sure we're setting you up for success. In that short period of time, though, I noticed even when you went out, got on your own after you got through that training program, I was like, man, she is closing that gap of understanding. Typically, I see a new ops manager joining in, and they're still missing pieces, but it
Mhm.
seemed like you were closing that gap, and I was trying to piece it up. I was like, okay, is one of the team members, and I'm sure it was one of the team members, kind of filling them gaps. But like you said, the videos
Yes,
also complemented that. So that's nice to hear.
yes,
Um,
they sure
but
did. They
yeah,
did compliment a lot, and then, of course, if I wasn't calling you, I was calling one of my teammates, and it worked all out, and the videos, not just to be saying it, but the videos did help a lot.
that is, man, that's awesome feedback. So, what tools that made you stay organized and effective in the 90 days?
The 90 days, I think just the whole scheduling, like having the schedule set was like, oh, I do this on Monday. And like Mondays are usually the meeting days, the taking care of all the emails that I need to take care of, closing work orders, and then just throughout the day, schedule how things are, especially how some buildings can be over there, and just group them all, and, go. That's how I go throughout the week. Like this, one day I'll go to another city. The other week I'll go to another city if I have all those. I try to hit them all at one time while I'm there instead of just having to go to two different cities in 2 different days. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of lumping,
Yeah.
doing block scheduling from that standpoint.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scheduling, you definitely have to, that's, you have to,
Especially when you're doing a little bit of traveling like you are. You got to make it worth your while to be there in that
yeah.
city and kind of, get two birds with one stone.
Yes, that's definitely trying to do.
Yeah. So, how did you set up a plan for your long-term success after 90 days?
Let's see. Just by like just talking to everybody, and just, taking notes, and planning everything out, seeing where I needed to focus more on, and what I didn't really need to focus so much, but still, have a relationship there, and one of, the clients. And that's pretty much, I walked around, met everybody, and then, saw the problem areas, and that's where I spent more time. But also, I did not neglect the other accounts as well. I made sure that they all felt equal.
Yeah, and I think you do a good job on that. And then, I think you set up yourself fostering relationships,
Mhm.
building trust. Because in a short period of time, build a trust where they're providing, asking you for additional services, which is putting additional money in your pocket. And I think you've noticed that,
Yeah.
throughout the process there. Would you say that?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So what advice would you give someone starting their first 90 days as an operational manager?
I would say listen. Listen a lot. Listen a lot. There's a lot to take in. It's very different. It's not, it's I love doing it, and I mean, you just have to know. I think knowing the background and then actually liking it, and then just listening. That way, you can be better and succeed. And by listening, you'll learn a lot. And I say that a lot, but because I learned a lot just by coming into the meetings and just staying quiet and listening to everybody. I put pieces and pieces together just by listening to everybody, which is it's helped me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just kind of piecing everything together. So
Yes, yes.
I think you're really, really resourceful. I mean, you identified the videos work for you. You lean on the team members. You actively listen in the meetings, and if you have questions, you always, ask them questions to make sure you got clarification. I think that's helped close that gap
Yeah,
sooner than later. And like I said, you're doing a great job. So, and excited to have you as part of the team. So,
yeah. I'm excited.
and this
Great.
is a Thanksgiving edition, right? So I'm very thankful. I'm
Yes,
very
yes.
thankful, Myra.
And I'm thankful to be here. Thank you.
So, with that said, we finalized, majority of the questions I wanted to talk about janitorial. But you do have a side hustle. We talked about it on your first
Oh, yes,
interview. And me and Myra have been discussing that her side business is kind of blowing up because it's the holidays.
yes, yes. It's been blowing up, and I think it's just this whole time. It's been really very to the point I have to, tell clients, I'm sorry, can't take your orders because yeah, it's been very it's difficult balancing both, and then also trying to have my free days. Yeah, but it's
Yes.
hard when you love something, you can't just give it up.
You got a little bit of a passion there. You just enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
So, and then you got your little one that's always, when mama gets home, I want your attention, mom.
Yes, yes. She keeps me busy. She keeps me busy. I don't sit down for
Absolutely.
nothing. I think this is the
I'm
longest.
sure you're always running and gunning. So,
Yes.
well, good deal. Well, thank you, Myra, once again to joining me and taking the time out of, this is Wednesday before going to Thanksgiving. She's trying to wrap up for her day so she can get home with her family and, our family and finishing orders. It sounds like. So, but thank you. And, man, you've been a rock star, and I appreciate everything you've done.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so happy and blessed to be part of the team, and I'm very excited to be part of the team. Thank you, and I thank you so much for being such a great mentor, and just listening to you, and all this time I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot.
Good. And hopefully, not just janitorial. We kind of talk about being a entrepreneurial,
Yeah.
um, business owner, and we kind of talk a little bit about that. Surprisingly, I asked Myra about her side business all the time, and
Yeah.
I love that she's got that going on for herself. So I'm very happy for her. So.
Thank
Well,
you.
good deal. Well, we will end it now. Again, thanks for everyone joining me and Myra on this interview. And if y'all have any questions for Myra, feel free to put them in the comments section or myself. We're here to answer any questions or any challenges you might be working with. So other than that, I'm going to sign off and say this. Keep it clean out there.
Thank you for watching Dan the Cleaning Man channel.